I want to introduce a new segment. It's called Black People Stop Hating. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hate that goes on in the race, and it is for various things, particular reasons. I'm not going to say that black people shouldn't have a reason to be upset. Don't get me wrong. Been through 400 or 500 years of slavery, forced labor, forced rape, just being depicted as the worst thing on earth, the dumbest thing on earth. And for the most part, it seems like up to this time, we have accepted that. Our forefathers, late ancestors, I don't mean necessarily the early ancestors, even though that's what they was about too, but our late ancestors, I'm talking about the Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X's and various revolutionaries that was in neighborhoods and communities that was trying to educate. You know, since then, instead of fighting to continue what those brothers was doing, we have accepted the program to be the poster child and to represent the worst that a person can be. And we actually made it like it was slick. That's the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back to the point about the hating. You see all the hate in the community. You know, a black person open up a business. You know, I really think that's why they say a business is not successful unless it lasts at least 3 years. And then you can start because the hate gonna come in for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then people will accept you. You know, and talking in the black community, it's like the hate will ensue first. And it's almost like, more so not like, fuck that nigga, he got a store, or fuck that nigga, he selling cars, or whatever. It's almost like, how the fuck that nigga got a store? How the fuck he selling all these cars? What is he doing that I don't, that I can't do? And basically, the nigga knows something that you don't know. He got a plug that you don't know about. You know, and it makes sense, once again, that he's going to try to capitalize off of his good fortune as far as the knowledge he's been blessed with. And he's going to try to get up, make his money. You know, in the black community, all of a sudden, we want everything for the same price you getting it. And, you know, what sense does that make if I'm trying to bring goods or services to you and you want to undercut me to the point where it's not worth me doing it? You know what I'm saying? So that's where the hate come in our community, you know, various different things, but that's one of the main core reasons, you know what I'm saying? It's more or less a person is trying to figure out how a person was able to do something, and upon going about trying to figure that out, they're not going to support the person. So either once they figure it out or realize they can't figure it out, then all of a sudden, out of necessity, they'll start, and then eventually it begins, you know, being something that, yo, cool, whatever, whatever. But now I want to take it a little bit further as far as the hatred from black people towards other races, especially white people. You know, we understand what has been done to us. We understand that the people that are here with us now are not the same people that implemented the system. Some of them are carrying out the orders, don't get me wrong, but some of them are our family. That's ill right there. And you see some of the lightest of the light people, and they still call black people. You can look at them and tell it was white people in their family. So now all of a sudden, you know, it's fuck Whitey, kill Whitey. It's like, yo, you talking about my grandmother? You know what I'm saying? So we have to really think about that when we talk about, you know, exterminating a race or wanting another race to be taken away because of the things that were done to us. You know, and like I said, don't get me wrong, that was a terrible thing. Slavery is one of the worst things. Slavery probably was the worst thing that ever could have happened to any people of color. But you got to realize there were various countries all over the world at any given time enslaving people that looked like them, that were them, and people that were from other countries that were conquered. So then you fast forward to now, 2011, we're almost 2012. The average black person that say they can't stand white people, they hate white people, da 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 da. But when you look at the amount of victimization that's from black on black, you know, I could see if white boys was coming in town and just picking us off. 300 a year. Oh shit, the white people came down, they did it again. You know what I'm saying? 300, almost 300 murders every year. And, you know, it fluctuates based on, you know, who's in office, who wants to stay in office, who trying to get in office. But around that, 300 people every year killed by people that look just like them. You know what I'm saying? As far as knowledge and information, definitely Whitey's going to hold certain things, you know, away. But at the same time, they will put you on the track where you basically can go figure it out yourself if your brain know how to think. You know what I'm saying? You know, and in later volumes, we're going to get into how the information that you receive depends on the way your soul is conditioned. You know, your soul is conditioned to receive only the information is conditioned to receive. You know, that's a whole nother aspect right there. But just on a flat out general, we gotta stop looking at these people unless they really say, fuck you nigga, I hate you because you black. That's when you can have an argument or a beef. I mean, they gotta say that out their mouth. They can't even just show it because still you getting to the point where you try and read their mind and come up with something that they haven't said. And with things being the way they are, you know, racial tensions so tight and everything, but at the same time we've progressed so far, you know, everybody got the freedom of speech. Everybody pretty much has the same rights. You know, you gotta let it come out, and then you can sue a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Fuck you, nigga. I hate you because you black." Don't let them be in business or representing the business because you can sue them then. So, you know, you gotta think on a higher standpoint, a higher brain wave that it's like, well, hold up. Like I said, these people that's, you know, the white people, average white person that we go to work with and go to the store and the bar and all that with, they ain't had nothing to do with what happened 400 or 500 years ago. Even though they might be part of a lineage, but if they go to work with you, if they sit next to you, they ain't too much different than you. You know what I'm saying? We got to start looking at things. You know, take the air out the hatred balloon, fill up the air on the knowledge balloon. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge and economics. Knowledge and economics. You be sitting there with Phil or Paul or Greg and ha ha ha. You'll love it if you was on their level or you had more money than them. You know what I'm saying? Because we fly when we get into things, we know how to make it work a little different than actually it was put down. So, you know what I'm saying? We got that on other races. And they know that. That's not being racist or racial. They know that. You know what I'm saying? White people don't have to perm their hair for it to be straight. You know, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They got that on us, you know, about straight hair. But not saying one is better than the other. We all have our different attributes. But we got to take that air out of the balloon of hating on everything and classifying somebody as being something because of their color. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's your color could be the ones that rope you up, tie you up, and you know, you talk about being burnt at a stake, you know, come in your house and all your stuff gone. And the little niggas in the hallway was the ones that did it. And they say, what's up, you? Like I said, I got for the next volume, you know, we talking about your soul being conditioned to receive certain information. So take this, you know what I'm saying, marinate on this, soak it up. This the mouth coming from over west, you know what I'm saying? Peace.